Dumplings over here.
Yes.
So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Good morning. We're live.
Right.
Uh,
Hamster Resources is doing laundry.
sounds like it.
Right. Parrot Resources is testing smoke detectors.
PR and HR. Fuck yeah, we got this down.
Oh
Daphne.
wow, yeah, we do. Oh,
Holy
goodness.
shit.
We really do.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh
It
my
is
goodness.
Monday. Yes, Monday, May 2nd.
Yeah, I don't have my post-it
22. Yeah, well, I titled the vlog with the day of the week because it helps. Sometimes.
Right. No, absolutely. Yeah, it does. It does actually.
Anyways, we're gonna throw this intro really quick, and we'll be right back after this.
Hello, comic book readers and collectors. My name is Randy Zimmerman, and I'm here to introduce you to the Fellowship of the Indies. The Fellowship is a group of creators that came together for a promising business deal that fell through. But don't worry, because what came from the deal were 9 spectacular comics from diverse genres and creators. All 9 books are printed and ready to go, along with metal bookmarks, retailer levels, and even month 2 books, which are being specially made for a short period. Just know that by pledging, you'll be getting 9 great comics, 32 pages of book, for the awesome price of $25 plus shipping. That's over 250 pages of incredible indie comics. So secure your copies today.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
And we are back, but I have to move this card.
Okay.
Okay, there it is. All right.
Oh, all right. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness.
Daphne.
Good morning. Good morning, Nita. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone in the chat. Good morning, people watching us from regions beyond. I guess might as well let's get this started because we might not be on for very long. So I'll explain it in a minute. So hello everyone, my name is Daphne Lage and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and let me reach awkwardly over here. And I am known for the funny animal fantasy adventure Tall Tales right here, and my medieval fantasy soap opera Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn. Oh, look at how nice that looks on screen.
The lighting in the fucking kitchen is awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? You can read both my comics online at Tall Tales, TAILS online.com, and egoworks.com, EGOWORKS. And if you are joining us from Facebook, from Twitter, from regions beyond, wherever you may see this link, come on over to YouTube. Join us here. Join the sexy people in the chat. It's like all the fun is there. All the cool kids are there. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell whenever we upload a new video, both on the Ragin 2 network and on my own channel at Daphne Lage Art, where you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics and whatnot. Everything, links are in the show notes below. So yeah, so welcome. Thank you, everybody. Already, we got a busy chat going. We got 6 people watching. PR is already making noise. So Nita, tell the peoples who you are.
I'm Nita.
There
Yeah, that's it. I am the CEO and executive producer of the Ragin 2 Broadcast Network.
There you go. So also there's a bunch of crowdfunders in the chat for everyone to check out. A lot of cool comics in there. We got Nebulizer. Oh, hi. It's like, hey, Joe.
Everybody.
Hey, yeah, we got everybody.
Joe,
Hey,
Mike, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Good morning, Allison Marvin.
IOB Comics is in the house.
Good morning, Larry.
Yes.
Hey, we got
right. So a lot of cool books in the chat, and a lot of cool people who are more than happy. If they didn't post a link, they're more than happy to tell you about their books. So check that out. So today is going to be a little awkward. Just to give everybody a heads up.
That makes it different now.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be especially awkward today.
Because we may just say, peace, we're out.
Right, exactly. So I'm finally getting my office fixed. We're still working on where the leak is coming from. Unfortunately, I thought it was an issue that was fixed yesterday, but after getting woken up at 6 a.m. by thunder that was literally overhead, it shook the house, scared the crap out of me. So, and realized that the office was still flooding. So
please tell me you didn't move anything back in yet.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Okay.
The office is in no condition right now to move anything back in. I am broadcasting from the dining room. And I have PR right next to me right here. So if you're hearing any noises, except for those are
that's my cell phone.
Yeah. So he is right here. So he might be especially loud if you hear him. So
they'll still have to hear him over this.
Right, yeah. So once my dude comes over to fix everything, it might get too noisy behind me. The office is literally behind me right here. So let me just the only reason I don't have this open because yes, exactly. Because we're vampire friendly on this blog. So he'll literally be right in the room behind me, so it might get a little too noisy to vlog. So but yeah, that so in the meantime, no, don't anger HR.
I just wanted to be distracted.
HR is doing laundry right now.
Ooh, you're nocturnal.
Yeah. So Nita, do we have any housekeeping to kind of go through, or let's see?
We've got the fellowship running. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, besides the links in the chat coming up. But as of right now, you've decided the last Saturday of the month.
Right. Last Saturday of the month will be House of Bob. Yes. This particular episode, our topic is going to be Rule 34 and dirty fan art on the internet. So we're going to have a fun time there. So also, just to give everybody a heads up, because of what's going on in my office, this coming Wednesday's live stream on my channel might not happen. So just to give everybody a heads up with that. But yes, I think by the end of the month, House of Bob, we should be okay to do House of Bob. But this Wednesday might be up in the air, just to let everybody know, because I'm all discombobulated. But in the meantime, though, fun campaigns are still happening. Campaigns still need to be fulfilled, and you need Gemini mailers to do that. So save 5% on your next Gemini mailer order with our coupon code RAGIN2, because all that still has to happen regardless of how messy the office is. And if you have any questions, comments, ideas for topics, anything you want us to hear us talk about, you can contact us at raginabc@gmail.com, and most likely we will answer your questions. So
or not,
but most likely we will.
Most likely we will.
Yeah, So this entire thing is I think you know what it's like. It's just like with PR. I think everybody knows what's going on with HR too. So I think that they'll be cool. At least it's not smoke detector noise making everybody check.
No, I'm not cool.
Too much.
Because remember, I'm hearing him twice.
Right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're hearing him in reality and you're hearing him in headphones. Yeah. Like I said, he's doing laundry right now.
It sounds like it.
So because of that, that's why also we have no guests for Monday for today because of everything that's going on. And it's like we couldn't guarantee that we could we could concentrate on a guest today regardless. So that's why, because so run on the assumption that we can go off, that we'll just say peace out, like Nita said, any minute now. So but we'll just keep talking to see what happens. But one thing's for sure though, this whole thing has really brought home how important your environment is when creating work, creating anything, creating comics, just being able to
not even creating, just living, functioning.
Because I'm all my stuff, like I've been slowly packing up the office. I was anticipating this since the end of January, pretty much. It's not, we all know. I mean, it's like, it's not coincidence that we started trauma, just trauma reacting to Meredith.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Meredith passed away, and it was like everything had to change.
Yeah, all of a sudden, we both literally at the same time had to start rearranging our offices. And I had been packing stuff up slowly since that time. And it's one of those things where, I had, ideas. It's like, okay, so I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But I thought,
future Daphne's problem.
Yeah, that's exactly. And then the flooding really got worse in the office. So it was kind of, I guess, like a good coincidence that I was emptying out the office anyways to start dealing with this problem. And now it's gotten to a point where, how things start really slowly and now it's going to happen really, really quickly. So that's the situation that I'm in now. So the office is pretty much completely empty except for the two desks that we can't, there's literally nowhere to put them. So they have to be worked around. We still just have to figure out where the leak is coming from. And then once that's done and everything, then we can start with the whole cosmetic thing. It's like the whole painting and doing the fun parts, trying to figure out how much of my stuff is going to be able to.
Isn't it weird? We both started tearing shit apart.
Yeah.
Willingly, and then all of a sudden, for whatever reasons, we were forced to have to hurry up and make progress. Okay. Mine was, for some reason, the firewall started interfering with my Wi-Fi, and even though this is only like 5.5 feet away, it made all the difference in the world when it comes to my reception.
Yeah, I had a similar problem with that. This wall right here is brick, and I used to have the router, and the modem in my office, and because of this wall right here, we got shit Wi-Fi in the rest of the house. Like we couldn't get anything to work properly, and we had what are they called now? I don't know. It's like they used to be Time Warner, and a Comcast. I don't know what they're called, Spectrum. And it's like I must have seen that company.
Ours is Cox,
but
Cox blocked.
Yeah, exactly. We might have seen that company change names like 5 times living in this house. So we had like the wires changed and everything. And then it turned out all I had to do was take the modem and the router from my office and just put it over here on the other side of that wall. And all of a sudden everything improved. All of a sudden that was it. So I completely believe a couple of feet is all it took for your office.
I had to move the entire desktop because I can't move the fucking modem.
Right.
We complained last time about them cutting the wiring coming out of from the outside or for it being too long. Now it's too short. I can literally move this box like 2 feet without having to get extensions from them.
Right.
And that's not just the Ethernet connection. That's because it literally goes into the storage shed, which is on the other side of this wall.
Yeah. So it's just like, So in the end, it's like you said, it's like we wanted to do this, but now we're forced to do this. So it really made me rethink a lot as to like how, so I have everything all over the house now. It's like, because we really had to rush especially after that last flooding, I had to like rush out everything out of the office. And now I'm set up on in my dining room, on my dining room table. The kitchen is literally right there. The parrot's literally right here. He's right next to me right here. Like, I can stick my hand in the cage. That's how close he is. And it's really making me think, like, like how important an environment is for creativity, for being able to do work. And the thing is, though, and it sounds like such a bougie thing to say, because if work needs to be done, we need to do it regardless of where we are. That's kind of a thing, the thing. I mean, it's like, there's people who only have a kitchen table to work on, and that's pretty much it, and here I am going, oh, my office,
You and your first world problems.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look, I had to get off my booster seat. I couldn't take it no more.
Right, yeah, she was literally...
The box was cutting into my ass.
Right, no, that's... so it's like, it kind of made me, and the thing is that what I really enjoy watching on YouTube and seeing when people post up on Facebook and whatnot is their workspaces. It's like, I love seeing pictures of people's workspaces, of like any remodels that they do.
I like the face in the camera because I like to see people's lighting setups and how neatly they wire shit.
Oh yeah, and then realize that they're all lying.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, because I was watching a lot of videos about, like, okay, so I'm able to start my setup from scratch. So what's the best way to do it? And it's like, and I guess like the big thing now, or it's like, well, it's been for a minute, but that whole minimalism trend has really like caught on with tech people. And so there's this whole trend of like minimalist desktops, cozy workstations type of thing, which drives me nuts because
I just need room to fucking write.
Yeah, it's like, cozy is like, no, you work here. It's not about being cozy. It's like you're working, Right. So cozy is your bedroom. Cozy is when you're about to take a nap. Cozy is not your workstation. So that was kind of a little annoying, but so the thing is that, so of course the big thing is that in order to get like this minimalist sleek look, right, everyone is they're all hiding their wires, right? Yeah, it's like, I agree, Mike. It's like there's something. It's like, okay, so let's sound off in the chat. Are you like the minimalist workspace type of person, or do you need to like completely be enveloped and everything? Like I'm obligated to answer. Exactly. Like Nita is obviously needs to be surrounded by everything. And I felt like
this to me is cozy. This is comfort. This is functional. This is the brain can go and think and be creative and
and it's like, and it's nice to be able to like look around and just be able to get those bits of inspiration really quickly just by turning around. What I'm hoping is that I'm at least able to get all of my art supplies off my table and into like a pantry, and be able to put it's like, right, and be able to put more artwork around me. It's like put more prints, put more art toys, put more inspirational items around me, and the work stuff I can have in like a pantry where the doors are closed, so at least those that I can keep like a functional, like it could be functional without me having to like, oh, it has to look neat because in public. I kind of like fall in the middle. Like I like having a lot of stuff around me, but it has to look neat. Like kind of like what Nita has, but probably more wall space. I haven't even look. It's like I'm going to end up with something looking like that.
There's too much wall space. I'm looking for fillers now.
Right. So because it's like I remember like if you watch, like there was like an HR Giger. Ooh, see, it's like I'm used to doing this on my own table, but now everything is on the table. So if I tap the table, everything shakes. Like there was an HR Giger documentary where his entire house is like a fire hazard. It's like just paper and artwork everywhere. Harlan Ellison's house is like that. Let's see. It's like, it's like, well, there was a third guy I was about to mention where his house was like, I mean, it's fun. Guillermo del Toro, he had to buy a whole separate house for his collection because his wife put the kibosh. It's like, no, I'm not living in a hoarder's house. It's like, you have to put this shit someplace else. So Guillermo has a completely separate house. What's it called? Bleak House, where he has all his art collections, his books, his library, everything.
I emailed Mike Jimmy a couple of pictures because he said neat is everything unseen by the camera.
Absolutely.
Normally, but right now I'm on my A game.
Yeah, no. It's like, yeah, exactly. You see, and that's also the thing too with redesigning the office. I've never had to think about this before. Only like in the past 2 years that all of a sudden it's like, I have to optimize for live streaming on YouTube. It's like,
that's exactly what it is. It's the squirrel, because you know what happens? I have a squirrel anyway. At least this way, my squirrel is controlled in things that inspire me to write. Yeah. Because if I had an empty space, you know what I'd be thinking?
What?
Did I leave the oven on? What am
I? No!
Like, I need to go check the laundry. Are the kids being too quiet? Well, I probably should wonder that one as a mom.
That one, yeah, that one,
yeah. And I do on occasion. It's like, oh shit, they're too quiet.
Right.
But no, that's exactly what it is. It's the right type of squirrel.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So there's just a lot of things that all of a sudden, I have to start
Post-it notes everywhere.
Yeah. Look, I don't even have my Monday Post-it note. I almost panicked. I was like, oh my God, I have to double check the day today. But yeah, it's and you see, and that's the thing too. It's like that's true. It's like, and we have to like compartmentalize our space. So it's like, so it's not only just having, a drawing space. We have to have a separate space for the computer and for streaming, and then we have to have a separate space to actually like do like more, I don't know, like more physical tasks. Like if we had to cut down paper, if we have to like prep things that either have to go on the drawing table or in front of the computer. So we need kind of like, it's kind of like a kitchen, but for drawing, for creating comics. It's like we have the prep area, and then you're either going on the desk or on the computer. So, and it's like, and the whole thing about having to like, okay, what does the camera pick up? So now I have to worry about setting up my camera, and that would literally be the first thing that has to go back and see like, okay, so the camera is going to pick up this much. So this is the space that I have to kind of like prioritize behind me. And then it's like, all right, and then kind of like build around that. When before I would just put my drawing stuff in there and call it a day. And then like, not only that, it's like, I'm thinking, okay, do I have to get acoustic panels? You know, it's like, do I have to, okay, so like I'm going to have some curtains put in, and they're going to be like the light blocking with, and they have an acoustic layer inside.
Oh, nice.
So, so it's like, okay, now I have to worry about that. It's like, and then it's like, okay, then it's like, I have to have the office painted a certain color. I can't just, you know, yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like I said, it's like, it's very first world problems here, because like I said, there are people who just have a kitchen table and that's it.
Right.
And now, yeah, so it's like, so now I have to consider, I'm literally there with paint chips going, okay, which color looks best on camera? You know, I mean, it's like, luckily
whatever color is surrounding you right now.
It's luckily it's Swiss coffee. It's like, this is a color that my mom had drilled into my head that's best for walls, you know, because white is too garish, it's too much, you know, it's too much white. So Swiss coffee is just off white enough, but it's not quite beige. So you're not getting like a brown. And it's just like, so then I figured, okay, so we can continue that color into the office, because I had just painted the office white. So, you know, so colors are just like, it's too bright in there. So we're going to continue the Swiss coffee in there. And then I'm going to have an accent wall behind me that's going to be a mocha light, which is just a darker version, a darker white. I mean, it's like, JD just looks at me like I have three heads when I'm telling him, yeah, I'm going to do these colors. And he goes, they're all white. And I go, yes, but they're not. They're different. They're different shades of white. And yeah, so, and then it's like, and then on top of that, I have, you know, I'm going to get the hue lighting, you know, that has, so I'm going to get the special light bulbs that I can change the color of the room if I need to, I guess, like, improve the lighting better for the camera. I mean, it's like, I never had to worry about this. Now it's like, okay, I need the bulbs that have the 50,000 shades of white. You know, it's like, you know, but it has all the color tones too. So I guess it's like, when we do the House of Bob stream, I could literally turn I can turn,
some mood lighting.
Yeah, I have mood lighting for House of Bob, you know, make the place look like a bordello or something. I mean, it's just like really ridiculous stuff. But yeah, but it's like, it's a completely different thought process now. Just to figure out this square of a room. You know? So yeah, so that's kind of like, so yeah, so like at this moment, I'm waiting for the guy to show up, but you know, that might actually, if I'm lucky, it'll probably happen closer to noon than during the show. So at least we can get most of the show. So,
oh my God, between you and Nick, I just solved my lighting problem. I have a 4-foot-old aquarium light with every color of the spectrum, and it's adjustable, sitting around doing nothing, and I could mount it up here in this.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
you know.
Yay.
So that it's like, you kind of like, well, the thing is though, aquarium lights are usually UV. So
no, this one wasn't, because I had a special UV light because I like planet tanks.
Oh, okay.
So I had to be in control of the UV.
Right, because I would be more concerned about.
It has all kinds of all your color adjustments.
Right, because I would be more concerned about all your artwork and books and stuff. Because one thing, when I last had the office redone, the one thing that I definitely asked for when they replaced the windows was to put a UV coating on it.
Nice.
Because all my books had faded.
Right.
All the spines are faded and whatnot. It's really gross. And I had artwork fade. And they weren't even in direct sunlight. Like, I would put them in a corner or something, but there was like so much light bouncing in that room, the room, that artwork even faded. So that's like a whole thing too. That's like, okay, the natural lighting is always best, but absolutely there's going to be red. Absolutely there's going to be red. I have 50,000 shades of white. There is going to be some red in there somewhere, because I'm going to get the bulbs that do both white and color. So like I said, we can do all the mood lighting when it's going to be ridiculous when this is finished. We're going to be so extra. It's all, and it's all for your benefit,
right? So extra, it's like you pull up and you're like, would like it supersized, please.
Yes, exactly. But this is for all of you. This is for everybody who joins us on every stream. We want to make sure that you have the best visual experience.
I even have a new webcam coming so that I can keep the office set up like this.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely, Nicholas. We will Roxanne the shit out of this office. Yeah. Right, exactly. That's good morning, John. Hello.
Good morning. Oh, good morning, Glenn. Wow. Hello.
Yeah, everyone's coming in. Hello. Good morning. Yes. And like I said, nice. Thank you. Yes. So we're going to be looking forward to that, to Glenn's book on Jack Kirby. I had a dream about Neil Adams last night. Is that nuts or what? No, I just had a dream of us, like a dream of when we went to the Continuity Studios office and got a tour. It's kind of like my brain decided to relive that for some reason.
Well, you were just talking about it and it was fresh.
Yeah. But it was just an odd thing. Usually it's like, it's just Neil Adams is very specific, and it's like, I don't know. When I went to, it was me, JD, and a friend of ours, and we had originally gone to see a Walking Dead exhibit. It was an auction, and they had the artwork on exhibit, and which is always interesting. It's like it is always. It's like if you can actually look at original artwork when you can. Always do that,
Right.
JD kind of disagreed with me when I said that I've never seen digital artwork, like give me that same visual satisfaction. It was just kind of hard to explain, because he goes, because it's like sometimes they print it out and you can't even tell that it's digital. So it's like, how would you know the difference? And it's like, I don't know. It's just one of those things, I guess it depends on how they print it out and, how good the digital brushes are that they used. And, but yeah, it's like, but these we were looking at The Walking Dead, and the thing is, The Walking Dead is a book that I couldn't care less about. I really am not into that. And but being able to look at the original pages was a different experience. So, so we were leaving the gallery, and the person who was running the gallery says, like, hey, it's like, if you go around the corner, Continuity Studios is right there. Why don't you go over there and see if they'll give you a tour? And we were like, oh, okay. So we went to Continuity. We've never been there before. We didn't even know it was there. And the receptionist was absolutely thrilled to see us, because, I'm sure he was bored to death, because, again, it's like, how many people actually know it's there, and know that you could tour it. And mind you, this was pre-pandemic. This was probably a year before. It was either 2018 or 2019 that we did this. I don't quite remember. I'm kind of figuring it was 2019. So the receptionist gave us a tour of the studio, and we're talking about the entire studio. And there was just so many original pieces on the walls. It's like I especially remember the Superman versus Muhammad Ali cover. The original was there, and you could see all the little pasted celebrity heads in it. And And he was talking about how at the last minute Telly Savalas rescinded his permission to use his likeness in the cover, so they had to take him out, and you see how they pasted over. Yeah, this is you couldn't just lasso him out. They had to actually redraw and paste on top of him. And there was a Bucky O'Hare piece, but that wasn't necessarily a Neil Adams piece. That was a Michael Golden piece. But the original was there. The original is there. No, I do not have my shit together, Nita. Oh. Kind of like the last thing I kind of feel like I have right now. I'm just functioning. I'm just trying to although past those Funyuns when you're done with them. It's like so I ended up so, and then it's like we went home, and it's like it was such like we came out of the offices, and I felt like I was holding my breath. Like for me, I mean, it's like for me, it takes me, for the last time I had that feeling, it was at a Goya exhibit at the Metropolitan Museum. It's like, and I'm like, well, holy shit. It's like, I'm holding my breath for Neil Adams, which kind of goes to show you how it's like seeing this artwork in person was just literally breathtaking. And we got home, and I literally had to lie down for a couple of hours. It's it's like it was that overwhelming. Like, it's kind of like you see this artwork and you go, okay, where do I go from here? Kind of thing. And it's just, so it was so it was just really funny to have a dream about that very specific event. Or it could be that it was just, I was trying to remember how he had his studio set up so I could see how I could apply it to the office. But yeah, it's like it's just oh wow, there was a question I had wanted to ask. It's like, okay, so all right, so when you were redoing your office, okay, you're redoing your space there, and yeah, maybe space is a better word than an office, because we spend so much time in it, and it's like office is just so, I don't know, not.
Yeah, it's like when I'm not with the kids, I'm living here.
Right. Yeah, it's like office just, I don't know, it doesn't sound right. So the space. So it's like when you were redoing your space, like what was the one thing that stood out for you, like you didn't realize it before until it's like you were able to like
kind of empty it out and start over?
Yeah.
It was, I never realized that because the shelves were never, we didn't have the double shelves before. I never realized that I had a ledge already built in for a wall-to-wall shelf that I could set my monitor and everything up on until I'd emptied it out and started over. Because this was a closet when Meredith and I started. We had our clothes in here, Christmas shit, because I didn't want to take it in the attic. And so like, it was like kind of like a transition closet. Like when I first started streaming, there was still clothes on one side. Like
mind you, in New York, this would be a 1-bedroom.
I never saw it empty after we moved in. So I had no idea that there was the ledge, and that was perfect because since I got rid of the heavy wood desk and switched over to the folding tables, I fidget a lot because of the ADHD, and I'm constantly bumping, and I'm bumping the fuck out of my desk right now, and my monitor's not moving because it's on a goddamn shelf. What up? But the only problem is now I'm like on the floor sitting because I'm short, and so now I've got a new webcam coming because the only webcam that I have is attached to the fucking desktop. So yeah, I don't know. That was it.
That's why
the shelf. The shelf made all the difference in the world. Plus, it gave me so much more fucking space. I actually have all my writing shit and my streaming shit right here, and the regular posting shit back there. And I have way more space than I had before.
Yeah, it is funny. That's always a weird thing, right? Just by moving things, like all of a sudden, it's like you thought you only had that much space, and then you just move like everything like this way, and then all of a sudden, it's like, where did all the space come from?
Yeah, I have to get more acoustic panels because you can't really hear it right now. But because I removed the back shelf from over here to put it down here, there is an echo in the room, and it picks up, it amplifies the sound from outside of the room more now too. So I am going to have to put up paneling around there. But I mean, the amount of space it gave me is fucking insane. Like, it's not claustrophobic in here anymore.
Yeah, that is kind of, it's like I was surprised at how much my books served as kind of like de facto acoustic panels.
Oh, for sure.
Because because the shelves were the first thing that I emptied out, and the echo that appeared was just like, holy moly! It's like this again. It's like I have to think about this now. That's exactly what happened, Nicholas. And the thing that surprised me was that one, I had everything that I felt I had in the office, in my space, was, I thought, everything that I needed. You know, it's like, okay, every single thing in there, like, and this was after like years of paring down and getting rid of stuff and whatnot. And there was a mouse infestation at one point, so that took care of a lot of things. I don't recommend that. And between the floods and the mice, it's like what is like this like little corner of Australia over here. Is that like, so every single thing, you know, that whole, okay, it's only in here if it brings me joy. It's only in here if I really, really need it to function. And that's kind of what I had left in the space. And I was actually, most of it, I was actually able to fit in bins under my bed. My bed literally holds like 90% of the contents of my office underneath.
I took a picture of one wall holding all my shit. I put one table out there and just pulled everything out and was like,
right. Yeah. I mean, so it's like, it didn't, on one hand, it didn't think it was a lot of stuff, but like the more I tried to like map out the room, you know, try to like figure out where everything's going to go back, figure out like, okay, I need these 2 bookcases.
Smaller that space gets.
You know, it's like, you know, get that pantry and whatnot. And I'm literally wondering how much of that stuff is going to be able to come back. Like, I didn't think I had a lot of stuff, but now it's like that I'm really like having this opportunity to redo and really like clean up the space. I mean, I'm kind of confident that the 2 bookcases that I need to get will be able to fit all of my books. But it's just the thought that I had all this stuff in the office already. I took it out, and now it's like, oh, not everybody's going to make it.
because it was that slow build. As you built it up around you, you brought shit in. Like I don't know, like, I moved some of my movies that I might be likely to just put on for background noise in here. I've got a fucking basket that I brought in with hygiene shit in it, like a fucking real quick deodorant, powder, and fucking hairspray.
Oh yeah, I have a box.
You know, like you gradually brought everything in. Like you had the bulk when you initially set it up, but then everything had its place because you were able to tuck it, and you had, you know, and now it's like, oh shit, I still have 2 boxes. I have to figure out where the fuck did that go?
Right. Yeah.
Where's it going now?
Right. Exactly. You know, and it's like, and I kind of, so when I had to do the emergency switch up because of the flooding, I kind of realized that there was I liked the setup that I had before I had to take that. It's like where I was like facing the cage, and it's like you had the wall behind me, and it's like, and if I streamed from the Mac, you saw the art desk. And if I streamed from the art desk, you didn't see it. You know, you saw kind of like the Mac behind me and the wall. And there was a certain like cleanliness that I liked about that. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to go back to. But the thing is, though, that was already at a point where I had a lot of the stuff out of the room. So now, yeah, it's like, so now it's like, okay, I'm going to switch this up. If I could get all my art supplies into the pantry, I can clear off the table. But the thing is, though, that doesn't mean that I have more space for stuff.
Right.
It's like, because now what I'm seeing is like, okay, I can make this space more functional by putting stuff away and having more open areas to work with. Like if I needed to pull books out, I had a place to put them to reference, and all that. But like, yeah, so now it's like, it's that rethinking that it's like, oh wait, but there was something that I really liked that I kept saying. And also it's like, actually I noticed it behind you. And then when I was looking at all these remodels, that was something that I noticed, is I guess, again, like kind of trendy as well, is the whole picture shelves. So
I love those things.
Yeah. So, and like, because that's how you're displaying your books there. And I'm like, oh, I really like that.
And they're fucking cheap, and you can put so much on those fuckers.
Right. So it's like, so if I wanted to display comics behind me, I could do that without, just have the shelf there. And not even, it's like, if I could have, if I wanted to put artwork up, I don't need to punch holes in the wall. I could just put them on the shelf and arrange them really nicely. And then it makes them easy to switch out if I kind of get bored with something. And,
yes. And I love it.
Yeah.
And it changes constantly.
Right. Exactly. And it's like, and I'm kind of like imagining on that wall, when we set up my streaming thing again, that probably have like a ledge where I can put like individual issues there. And because they're so light, I don't have to worry about like reinforcing anything. It's like, because before it's like, I probably had like several 100 pounds of books on my shelves. And if I move them to a bookshelf, that actually gives me better usage of wall space by putting in those display shelves.
Look, I even utilize some of my long boxes as kind of furniture. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, the books that I consider collectibles that aren't going to be broken out or read right now actually are doubling as the stand for Dumpling's hamster cage.
Oh, very right. Yeah, like, yeah. Because I have a large bin that I have all of my original artwork in, that I store my original artwork in.
I'll send you the link.
Yeah. Picture shelves.
In fact, I'll put the link in the comments. They got some on Amazon. They're like $12 for 6. They're fucking awesome.
Yeah, and it's like, and if you wanted to get like more elaborate picture shelves,
those are available.
Those are all there. Yeah, they're just.
This is the white trash version,
right? Well, but I think that they're perfect for comics.
They are.
Because they're clear, so you're not losing like a bottom. You're not losing the bottom. You can actually see the whole comic on display. So it's like, yeah. So I'm probably going to have a combination of that and the white picture shelves.
Oh, well, they're $25 now. Dang, they have like gone up.
Yeah, no, everything's gone up now.
Fuck. I haven't had these long at all. Like, when I discovered those, it was like right before Meredith got sick.
Right. You probably paid $12 for them or something. Yeah. So it's just like, so there's like a certain excitement about being able to rearrange my space, and yes, I will absolutely do I guess like a mini tour just to show everybody, like what the final result is, what the final result of the thing is. But I mean,
take some pics now too.
Right? Yeah.
As you set up, fucking document that shit, Daphne.
I know it's just getting I have to remind myself to do that. What's funny though is that how my expectations for The Office changed as it went along, because in the beginning I was like really, really pumped about getting like a standing desk and this, that, and the other thing. And, you know, really like going all out. And the standing desk that I was looking at was like, you know, industrial level. It was like $1,500. It did like a corner. It was like a corner thing. So you kind of had like 2 desks and it raised and it was like, you know, the whole thing. And then as I went along, it's like, especially on the last thing, because I had a desk that I liked, that I really liked the shape, but nobody makes that shape anymore. There was a cabinet that was for a tower that it got to a point where I thought it'd be easier for me to get it custom made exactly than it would be to try to find another one, because nobody makes tower cabinets anymore. And also, one of the big rules I have for this office is nothing on the floor. I lost enough books the first time I learned that there was a leak issue in my office. I lost a lot of Kickstarter stuff that I was, you know, just saving. You know, I was slowly putting them on the shelves, but I had like a box, a paper box that I was storing everything in. And there's I found, it's like,
I'm good for about 6 inches of water.
Yeah, that's where it's like that's where that musty smell is coming from. So absolutely nothing rests on the floor unless it's in a bin, an actual plastic bin. And it's like, and then it's like I found this pantry, and then I go, holy crap! I don't need the cabinet. I don't need the cabinet that's holding this desk. Right. If I have this pantry. So then all of a sudden I was able to get rid of this cabinet, which left me with the tabletop that in the end was the really important part. And it's like, oh, if I go to IKEA, I could just buy the legs. You know, it's like, do I really, you know, it's like, how committed am I to a standing desk? Do I really need a standing desk? You know? And then all of a sudden, a $1,500 expenditure turned into $30. Because all I had to do was go to IKEA, buy the legs, put them on the tabletop. That's I was very happy with. It's janky looking as hell, but you know what? It does exactly
as long as it's functional. That's what fucking matters. I mean, I had a nice antique wooden desk. It was beautiful. Actually, it was a vanity that I converted into a desk.
Right.
But it was beautiful and it looked good in here and stuff, but it wasn't functional.
Yeah. Right.
I'm using fucking folding card tables from fucking Target, and they're like the best thing that's happened.
Right, which I thought were extremely clever. Extremely clever. I mean, I have the tables, right? And it's like, so in the end, it's like what I learned is that so then my expenditure on the office went down, kept lowering every time I realized, not that I lowered my expectations, but I realized that I could do other things. Like in the end, a standing desk really wasn't, I realized that a standing desk really wasn't going to improve anything for me. I mean, honestly,
C goes back and forth with that.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? It's like if my hips are beginning to hurt, it's because I'm sitting too long anyway. And I need to be exercising more. Not that I need to spend $1,500 on a standing desk.
Right.
You know, I just need to be moving more. So technically, I shouldn't be spending extra time at the desk. I should just be doing other things, you know? So hopefully, so it's just like all of a sudden it's like, okay, so I don't need a new desk. You know, I don't need a new drawing table. I don't need anything. You know, it's like, so I just need, so instead of like getting book, exactly. She's 3 apples high, Glenn.
And so I'm fixing it. It'll be different Friday.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like, and and that's the thing too. Finally, I am the one thing that I'm really looking forward to is getting a new chair. And I found, because like right now I'm in a dining room chair, but which kind of sucks.
Did you find one that you want?
I did.
Have you sat in it?
No. I'm taking a chance.
Ooh.
But
brave one, Lage.
you know, but the thing is though, I think that
Good morning, Tank Ferret.
Oh, hello. Because right now the seat that I'm using is a saddle chair, which is what you usually see in like dentist's office and whatnot, and it's okay. It's okay. It's kind of like something that I've been putting up with. I mean, it is convenient not having anything around me. So for all I know, I'm going to buy this chair and just hate the fact that I'm going to have the sides. I'm going to have, the back or whatnot. But
what gets me is the fucking the contortion, the shape of the padding. Like I had a nice one. It was one of our first business purchases. We got some executive chairs. They're nice. C still uses it to this day, but the butt cushion never felt right for me.
Oh, well, no, it's important. Ergonomics.
To my ass, Daphne.
All right, ergonomics, man. Right. So this is a gaming chair. And I know that gaming chairs, it's kind of like people either love them or hate them. And
I love gaming chairs.
I'm taking a chance on this one because it has the lumbar support and it has the neck support. And I think that especially on the computer, that's what I need, because I don't need to be like this. You see, I'm like this on my drawing table, but I need to be like this on my computer. And sometimes, I end up spending more time on the computer than at the drawing table. So I need to have that support there. So I found, so I'm really looking forward to getting it. So yeah, so all the money that I would have spent on one standing desk.
It's not an S racer.
Yeah. No. Okay. It's, it's, what's it called?
Because S racers are nice for like 30 minutes.
Right. What am I getting here? Autofull.
Oh, those are pretty reliable brand.
Yeah, Autofull Racing. It's an Autofull Racing gaming chair in ice blue.
Fancy.
Yeah. So I figure like whatever money I would have spent on this standing desk is better off. Yeah, no, for real. It is better off being spent on things that I feel can actually make my space more functional,
right,
more comfortable for me. So so it's just really funny to see how that just kept going down and down and down and down.
Isn't it funny how you started off saying it wasn't about comfort, but then all of a sudden it comes around to where it is comfort?
Yes,
just
it is.
Our ideas of comfort are different. The emptiness and the blandness, it is not functional for us.
Right. Yeah.
It's the colors. It's the art, and it's the chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing too. It's like there's a certain amount of chaos that a functional space is always going to have. Like this whole minimalism thing that I kept seeing online. And honestly, it's like I see the aesthetic of it. It's like I understand it.
It's pretty to look at in a fucking magazine.
Right. But you see, and that's the thing though. It's like outside, if you're actually working, your space never looks like that.
No, never.
You have stuff on the floor. It's like you have books everywhere. It's like it's never
an overflowing trash can.
And look, and honestly, no matter how much they kept saying, "Oh, just hide your wires," no,
you can't. And if you hide your wires, you have to move everything to fucking fix them later. If one thing comes disconnected, fuck that nonsense.
Yeah, no. To watch them use zip ties.
Oh God.
It's like, what? That requires a commitment to your layout, for you to use zip ties on your wires. And it's like, look, every couple of months, it's like, I always have to like change certain things.
Fire hazard shit.
Yeah, for real. It's like, oh yeah, exactly. Like they keep saying, it's like this is our wireless society.
That's real life, man.
That's real life. It's like you have the clean tabletop, but the chaos underneath, the rat's nest. It's like, look, I have everything set up on this dining room table, and it's like I have the bare minimum hooked up to the computer, and it's disgusting. It's like it looks like a fire hazard.
This is a fire hazard.
It's like there is no way, even with everything out in the open, it's like I cannot control these wires.
Thank you.
That's exactly what's happening. It's like that's why it's like this whole cozy. It's like no. It's like either you're working or you're running a Martha Stewart showroom. It's like, that's what it seems like,
it does.
do these makeovers. It's like, no, this is not a showroom. This is a workspace. And there's going to be ink stains all over the table. There's going to be, there's going to be the spots where I accidentally ran.
If you don't panic clean when an episode of Hoarders comes on, you're not functioning.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Holy crap. It's like, I can't even make it 10 minutes into Hoarders without having to scrub something.
Sometimes I just have to think the word cat soup and I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for real, it's like, it's like, no. We got to do something. We got to clean. So it's like, I agree. It's like, cause it feels real. A space feels real. It's like all of these aesthetic. Bye, Mike. All of these aesthetic looks online. It's like, to me, they're not functional spaces. They're like, you're not
like that, yo.
Exactly. It's like, how are you actually getting work done? I don't believe it. It's like they have the little succulent. They have their clean thing. They have a succulent and one Studio Ghibli book.
I need a succulent.
That's all. This is all I need to function. And I go, you fucking liar. You lying liar. You are a lying liar that lies. No, that is not. No, I don't believe it for a second. So that's so look at that, Nita. We were actually able to make it through an hour.
Oh shit, we went over an hour.
Yeah, look at that. We were able to make it through. So which means that probably the second I get off the air, my guy's gonna show up. So so I just want to thank everybody for joining us today for this odd conversation about our environmental journey. Our combined office journeys. And I'm sure everyone in the chat is going through their versions of it. Like I said, it's like, even when I get this thing done, I'm pretty sure within a couple of weeks, I'm going to be changing something.
Well, for sure, until you find your zone again.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes a hot minute. Because like even this morning, I was shifting stuff around. Like, I swear to God, moving something over 3 inches made a whole ton of difference.
Yeah, no, for real. It's like, that's, So hopefully the next time, maybe. Well, I kind of doubt it. It's
you won't be done by Friday.
I'm not going to be done by Friday. So I don't think so either.
Keeping it real. We'll see you in your dining room.
Yeah, exactly. We'll meet back in the dining room. So again, I want to thank everybody in the chat for joining in. I want to thank everybody who's watching, who found this discussion compelling for some reason, but I'm glad you did. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you learned a little bit about improving your space and optimizing for whatever creative endeavors may be ahead of you right now. So on that note, like I said, just a quick note. On Wednesday, I might not have a live stream. Honestly, the way it's looking, most likely I'm not having a live stream on Wednesday. I do not have the setup for that. So we're going to have to skip that one. Sorry, everybody. And we'll meet again on Friday. I'll still be in front of here, but hopefully there'll be more progress happening behind me. And that's and like that. And yes, and thank you, Nicolas. Yes, tell everybody to like, share, subscribe, make the algorithm gods happy. You can, it's like, even if you don't want to get notified, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you.
And even if you don't like us, you might like some of the guys. So there's a variety of shows. We try to have something for everybody. If you're easily offended, we're not for you. But you might enjoy Luke and Nick. Right. If you want to rant or chant, or you can tune in to Randy on Wednesdays. We got Mike and Marv drawing on Saturdays. Tomorrow night on Dispatches from Outside the Box, 9 p.m. Eastern, I believe. Yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern. Tune in. They're doing a role-playing special. Nick's going to be a guest with Stone and C and Mitch Rogers, as well as Dojo Kun. So
there you go. So you'll be able to find anything you need. It's to entertain you in all our shows on Ragin 2, with more coming on the way. So So there you go. So for more, if you want to see more about me and my artwork and my books and whatnot, you can head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWRKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites. But I mostly hang out on Facebook if you want to see sketches, a current work in progress, whatever dopey doodle I put out for the day or whatnot. But yes, and you can also check me out on my own channel at Daphne Lage Art, Lage Art, where you can see all of my previously recorded live streams, all of my tutorial videos and art supply hauls and speed paints, and that's the type of, I try to keep it educational and fun. So so check me out on egoworks.com. And also, in the meantime, you can also, just a reminder, you can read the first 5 issues of Ego Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, in its original black and white format. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the link to talltalesonline.com and read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free. And while you're at the website, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter, where not only do you get $40 worth of free comic PDFs just for signing up, but you'll also keep updated with all of our current and upcoming crowdfunding campaigns, because we have a lot of them for the rest of the year. No rest for the weary. So do that. Nita, where can the peoples find you?
You can find me all over social media at C_chaos247, or drop the @ or Nita Lanning on Facebook. One thing I do want to say, though, and I'm going to say it live, and then I'm going to go make posts, and I'm going to go alter all the social media accounts. If you are wanting to get in touch with me for anything business or show related, please, 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 for the love of God, contact me at the same, where the fuck is it?
Oh, here we go.
RaginABC@gmail.com. I am scattered all over the place. I am on multiple pages on multiple platforms, and it has gotten completely chaotic and confusing trying to figure out where I'm communicating with people from. Everything business and show related, please, please, please contact me through email.
Right. And shout out again to Nicolas, who knows rule number 1 here: flattery absolutely gets you everywhere.
Gets you everywhere.
And on that note, we bring this Monday to an end. And as always, eat your food, moisturize. I swear to God, we need to get a sponsorship from Gold Bond. Moisturize. So eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work, because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake your accomplishments. Yeah. So any last words, Nita?
Hit the button.
There you go. You know what to do, guys. See you.